All right. Welcome, everyone. Just going to give a couple more moments, get us all going. All right. Welcome, everyone, to my first live. Starting a couple minutes late because, of course, for my first live, I have tech problems. Yes. We're going through and troubleshooting what would happen here, what would happen here. Did not realize that could possibly happen. All right, so to my first live, starting a couple minutes late because, of course, for my first live. So let's give a quick moment here. Okay, so welcome everyone, and let me just get one more thing going here. Okay, excellent. I think I have everything up and running. All right, everyone. Well, welcome. My name is Jenny Ponzurek. And for those of you who haven't met me before, I've been in the field of school psychology for over 20 years now. I started off my career and worked about 12, 13 years for a school district before deciding to try my hand at administration. I did that for a couple of years, realized I did not want to be an administrator, and decided to go off on my own and provide trainings and direct consultation to school districts. So nowadays you can find me providing in-person or virtual trainings, doing some direct consultation with school districts. I'm still assessing students, still going to IEP meetings, helping with some overflow assessments. And I'm actually here though today with you guys to talk about summer boot camp. So summer boot camp is something that I started a couple of years ago. So 2022 is going to be my third time doing summer boot camp, and it changes every single time. Kind of learning from a lot of feedback from people about how to do this. So I wanted to share with you some information about summer boot camp and let you know when registration is going to open. And even though registration isn't open up yet, the reason why I want to start sharing information is for the first week when we do open up registration, we're gonna have some special bonuses for people who sign up early. So let's talk about the summer boot camp. I have to let you guys know that the reason why I started this is, like most school psychologists, part of multiple school psych Facebook groups, and found that there's a number of people going into their internship year, going into their first year as school psychologists, and they are asking, what should I be doing this summer? How should I be preparing? And I think it's so interesting. So many times people are commenting, you should just rest. You should just nap all the time, right? Build up all that resting. But I realized there was a lot of questions that people still had that were swirling through their heads. And that was the main reason why I first started summer boot camp 2 years ago. It has changed, as I mentioned before. So nowadays, this summer, we actually are kind of working and attempting to help like 3 different groups of psychologists. So the first group, still first and foremost, are going to be for anyone going into their internship, practicum, their first year as a school psychologist. My plan is, and I'm going to tell you the dates in just a quick moment. My plan is for that group of psychologists is to have a variety of different people who have been a preschool psychologist, who have been a high school psychologist, someone who's a bilingual school psychologist, and have that opportunity for people to come on and ask questions, and have that conversation, kind of start building up that community. And so that has always been free, and that's going to remain free for anyone who is a new school psychologist. So if you know anyone who is a new school psychologist who is graduating right now or in the next couple of weeks, please go ahead and share if you think this could be helpful for them. Now, we are also going to be offering some additional sessions for 2 other groups. My middle group right there, I kind of refer to as newer school psychologists, people who have kind of getting through their first year this year, getting through their second, third, maybe you're kind of getting through your 5th year. And I don't know about you guys, but that was a lot of time where I was like, am I doing this right? Like, I don't know, am I doing any of this right? There's just so many things that we have to know. And so for this group, we're going to be working on some different sessions. And we're just going to be focusing on some topics, not the super basic, because you guys have been doing this for a while, right? You've evaluated probably couple hundred kids by now. You've probably gone to a bazillion meetings by now. So now that you know this, where do you want to just learn a little bit more? Where do you want to kind of check in on, am I doing this right? So we're going to have some different sessions for that group, and we're still confirming how many sessions we're going to be able to offer. So we are going to do a very small fee for that group. And so as soon as we have confirmed all of the different sessions and how many sessions we're able to provide during that time period, we'll be able to share, the minimal cost that it is for that one. And then the third group that we're going to focus on are what I like to refer to as veteran psychs. Psychs who have been doing this for a while. You've definitely tested a lot of kids, and you're that person who goes to conferences and you get really frustrated when all of the conversation starts off with the background. Right? All the conversation just is talking about things that you're like, I already know all this. And no one needs to explain to me what ADHD is anymore. I know what ADHD is. I know what autism is. Talk to me about something more in depth. And so that's going to be my focus for what I'm calling deep dives. So an opportunity to go in for a couple of hours and really get into the nitty gritty of some of these conversations and some of these topics here. So these, again, I haven't confirmed everything yet, but we're definitely going to talk about dyslexia during one of our deep dives. And one of the other deep dives that we're going to be doing is looking at emotional disturbance and autism, right? We have a lot of students that they fit into one category or the other. We have some students that we are looking at both areas for students. So how do we differentiate when there's some overlap in regards to the eligibility criteria? And what do we do with kids that are on the spectrum who are also demonstrating a lot of emotional difficulties? When do we also call that emotional disturbance? So those are at least two of the topics. Again, we're waiting to confirm. And people are going to be able to go ahead and sign up for those. Now, if you are a brand new school psychologist, you are just finishing up your first or second year, can you sign up for something else? Of course. I am not going to stop anyone from signing up for a topic that they really want to make sure that they get that opportunity to get that deep dive. Now, these are our 2 weeks. We're going to focus all of this time during July 11th through 22nd. Spend a lot of time thinking about what time over the summer would be best to go ahead and talk about this. And I picked these 2 weeks for a couple of reasons. Number one, most people are out, right? Most people are not at work. And so I know there's a couple of you guys who go out, come back super early. There are also some of you who work for year-round school districts. Now, I tried to pick this time though because during the school year, especially this school year, everyone is so overwhelmed, burned out, whatever word beyond burned out is, that's where they're at. And so I was trying to pick a time where for a lot of school districts, you're going to have some time off and actually have time to decompress and maybe be ready to listen to something. I know for myself, I signed up for some live webinars recently, and I'm just trying to figure out when I'm going to listen to those because I'm doing 9 million other things. And so that's one of the reasons why I picked this. I also picked it, of course, we wanted to get past 4th of July holiday. So it's going to be 2 weeks. And so for some of the groups, there may be something every single day, Monday through Friday for those 2 weeks. And for other groups, we might just have a couple of sessions. Again, once I've got everything confirmed and I've got all the schedules ready, I will definitely share that with all of you. All right, so those are our dates. Now, we are definitely doing everything live. We may have some pre-recorded content, depending on how we want to do some of the different bonuses. But pretty much right now, like I'm going to say 99.9%, give myself a little error measurement there. The sessions are going to be live so that if you want to come on live and ask those questions and participate in those discussions, that you have the ability to do that. But we are also going to record everything, and we will give you a couple of months to be able to listen to that. So either go back and listen to that for reference, or maybe you're actually taking the whole summer off. Maybe you're going on a 2-week vacation and you are not available, and you're going to be somewhere that doesn't even have Wi-Fi and you can't even get onto Zoom. How amazing does that sound? So you will be able to go ahead and listen to them later as well. So those are the 2 different ways that we're going to be offering. So when does registration open? Registration is going to open on May 10th. However, if you go to my website today, and you can see that right there on the screen, it's just my name, jennyponzurek.com. If you scroll on down on the front page, you'll see something that talks about summer boot camp, and you can just click right there. It'll take you to a page. We don't have too much information on there yet because I think I've said 5, 6, 7 times already. We're still confirming things. However, there is a place for you to just go ahead and give me your name and your email address. And that way, as soon as registration opens, you will get that email right away. Because again, we're going to have some special bonuses for those of you who want to sign up during that first week. And so if you want to make sure that you get on that list and you get that email right away, make sure to go ahead and go over to my website right now and just scroll on down. And right there on the front page, click on the Summer Boot Camp and then just your name and email address. And I will tell you, I do not sell your name or email address to anybody. All right, we're just going to tell you when Summer Boot Camp opens and tell you about the different sessions and tell you about all the different times and all the things once everything is confirmed. So that's everything that I wanted to share with all of you today. I'm just going to quickly check to see if there's any comments or anything like that. Let me just double check there. Okay. All right. I don't see any questions or comments at this time, so I'm just going to finish this up with thank you guys, and thank you for anyone who came in at the beginning. I kind of had to wait for me since my technology was not working right away. And if you are listening to this a little bit later on and you have some follow-up questions, feel free to go ahead and head over to my website, again, jennyponzurek.com, and there's a place for you to ask questions on there, or come hang out with me next week. Guess what? Next week, I'm going to try this again. We're going to see if we can actually do this perfectly well on time. And, you can ask your questions then. All right. Well, thank you everyone for being here, and I will see you guys all later.